Today we are talking about dry shampoo. I've been in search of a good one for a really long time. I had one that I liked and then they changed the formula on it, so it went from not leaving a white chalky residue in my hair to leaving quite a bit of chalky residue in my hair. And when you have dark hair, it's harder to find a really good one because almost all of them leave some kind of a residue. And you read the directions and they tell you to use a hair dryer. It helps, it gets a lot of it out, but not all of it. And some of them, one of them told me to flip my head over and just rub at my scalp and get all the flakes to fall out onto the floor. That was a nice gross mess. So I've been in search of one for a long time. I know they do make some for brunettes that leave a darker residue behind, but that doesn't really work for a redhead. And my husband has like black hair, so if I try to use one on him, then you definitely will always see that white residue. So it's been kind of a struggle. I have tried expensive ones. I've tried all of them. So I finally heard about Ouai, and they have a dry shampoo that is a foam. So I was kind of intrigued by it. I mean, it's not really a powdery, chalky residue, so because it's a foam, but would it really dry? I mean, I'm okay with using the hair dryer to fluff up my hair. I think it helps no matter what your dry shampoo of preference is. Taking a hair dryer on cool and getting the roots to fluff up, that will help tremendously. So I'm okay with having to dry a little bit of the foam instead of washing my hair. But I tried it and you actually don't need to do that. So I'm going to show you today the progress because it does not say that you need to use a hair dryer. So you'll see how it finishes with just putting it in the hair, and it does dry really nicely. It doesn't feel wet when you put it in, which is really kind of weird, but great. So, and then I'll show you using the hair dryer how that helps a little bit. So I'm just going to shake it up and get a little bit in my hand. There you go. You see it looks just like mousse that we used to use so long ago, middle school days. So you just kind of rub it into the roots of your hair. And oh my gosh, the smell of this is incredible. I've actually never had a dry shampoo that smelled this fresh and this great. And it makes me really want to try all of the other products. So I'm going to be trying quite a few of the Ouai products when I run out of what I currently have, because the smell is just, it's really fresh. It's really good. And I'm going to get some more in here because I love the smell. And I'm just trying to get my roots as best I can, and then underneath here because my hair gets kind of gross under there. Okay, so now we work it into the roots as best we can, and the more that we work it, the less wet it feels. And my hair was nice and flat with no volume before, so we'll see how it fluffs up as we get it to dry. And I was also kind of afraid that with it being a foam, is it going to add to that kind of wet, greasy look? Nope, it really doesn't. And it, not kidding you, smells like I washed my hair. When I tried this the other day, I told my husband that my hair smelled really good, and he took a big whiff of it. I hadn't washed it for like, I don't know, like 3 days, 4 days. And he was like, wow, that's really good. So it totally does mask the unwashed hair smell. Okay, so you can kind of see that I'm getting a little bit more volume. It's all feeling pretty dry. Brush it out. And my hair is really not looking as flat as it did before. And I'm gonna be able to, can't forget about that. I'm gonna be able to just take my fingers and pull them through and add some nice volume. So this is where the directions say that you can pretty much stop. But I'm gonna just take a hairdryer to it real quick and show you guys what that does. And it will help with any dry shampoo, like I said, no matter which one you use. If you really like the one you already use, try doing this and it should help your hair look more like you washed it. Woo! So that was the hairdryer just on cool setting because it's not wet, so we don't need to blast it with heat, and definitely wouldn't want to put it that close to your head if it was not on cool. So, even more volume. And it kind of feels like, you know, you can tell when you fluff it up that, all right, it's gonna fall down in like an hour. It doesn't feel that way anymore. It feels like it's dry and soft and like it's a little mist of hairspray, and it's gonna stay all day. And it's totally ready for if I wanted to straighten it, if I wanted to curl it or do something like that, then I could definitely do that at this point, and I feel like it would hold. It doesn't have too much product in it or something that it would weigh it down and I'd lose that style. So there you have it. This, I believe, friends, is the holy grail of dry shampoos. I have been trying them for years and this stuff is incredible. So I will link to the product in my blog post. And surprise, I am giving it away this month. So you can get a full-size bottle just like this by entering the giveaway, and click on the luxicon.co to follow the link back to the blog and enter to win one free bottle of Ouai, so you can give it a try yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful, then please like and follow, and have a wonderful week. Bye!